In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to create opportunities in your current job with your manager and the business. If you feel you're not getting anywhere, if you feel the opportunities are lacking and there's a lack of recognition coming your way that you really feel that you deserve, and you feel like you're fighting a losing battle with your manager and the company that you work with, well, it's time for action. Yeah, it's time to future-proof yourself, because if you don't look after yourself, who's going to do it for you? So here's how to create opportunities for yourself with your manager and the business that you work in. Now, it's so important that you're a positive person and you're a proactive person. I think that really goes without saying. Nobody wants to give you opportunities if you're negative and boring and disinterested. But don't wait for others to create opportunities for you. It's up to you to carve them out for yourself. Sometimes our managers are very busy, and other managers and directors in a business, they've got lots on their minds. They're not always thinking about you, believe it or not. Yeah. So creating opportunities and ideas, have conversations with your manager in your one-to-ones and your reviews. If you're not having regular one-to-ones with your manager and regular reviews, make sure you book them into their calendar. Say, come on, I need to have these conversations, but go well organised and planned and prepared. Make sure you've got a good list of things that you have been doing and the things that you've accomplished, what you've been learning, and the tasks that you're currently working on and ideas for improvements. I'll come back to the ideas of improvements in a way, but you've got to lead these conversations. Don't just sit there and the manager says, how you doing? All right, I suppose. How's the job? Yeah, it's okay. I mean, you're going to get nowhere with that. You've got to be proactive with this and help manage the conversations. Offer to lead team meetings. Offer to, go to meetings with other parts of the business, with other managers, with suppliers, with customers. Get yourself involved. Yeah, I'll get involved in that. I can run that. And that's really quite important, that you make yourself very proactive. So that's really the first area that we're going to look at, is this proactivity, and make sure you manage your one-to-ones well with your managers. Problems versus opportunities. Please do not take your manager and any other managers or directors' problems. Don't be that person. I'm not talking to David today. Every time I speak to him, he's always got a problem. He's always saying that people should be doing this, people should be doing that. Yeah, there are problems. So I've got this problem, but this is the solution, which creates the opportunities. So never take your manager a problem without a solution, because that's what creates opportunities. Problems create opportunities. Take the lead and say, look, this has happened, so this is what I'm going to do to resolve it. I would say 99 times out of 100, your stressed out, overworked managers will go, yeah, please could you lead that? That'd be great. If they don't, well, offer to do it and say, look, no, I'll do it. And stick up for yourself. Tell them why you're the best person to deal with it, and make sure you can answer that question, why you're the best person to deal with that. So please don't be a person just full of problems. Everyone can sit there and criticise and say what's wrong and the company should be doing this and they should be doing that. There are these situations, but always have a solution to it. So before you go to your manager and other managers and directors of a business, think out some solutions and how you can help make them happen. Linked in with that, it's really important you get to know other parts of the business, other managers and the directors and the departments, how they all work. And this is absolutely essential, because guess what? You can then come up with ideas. Know what's going on in your team. If you're in part of a not just your team, but a department of the business, if it's a rather large department, what does everyone do in those areas? And what does the business do as a whole? How does it work? What are their success rates? How are they getting on with their clients? How are they seen in the market that they currently operate in? Because then this gives you opportunities to get involved. Where could your skills perhaps be transferable? Perhaps you've been doing your job for a while and you think, well, actually, I'd like to move on, but I don't want to move out of the company. There may be other opportunities in the organisation. You won't know unless you go and talk to people. We call it in our world networking. And as you know, I've got plenty of videos on the arts of networking. So how can you help them out? Create a positive name for yourself. Be the person of ideas, positivity, innovation, new technologies, new ways of doing things, ideas. But don't be a dumping ground for their work, and don't just keep saying, oh yeah, I'll do that for you. Yeah, I'll do that for you, unless it is helping you to move forward and create an opportunity. Because you've got to be careful saying yes to too many people too often, because otherwise, guess what? You just end up with all their day-to-day work, and that's what that isn't what I'm talking about. Yeah, you help people out, but you want to be coming up with ideas for future opportunities that can help drive you and your career forward. And also so people see you as this positive person of interaction and makes things happen, not a dumping ground for their work. That's really quite important. So how do you get these ideas of perhaps opportunities and solutions? So the first thing to think about is, what does your boss need? What does your manager need? Are they trying to raise their profile? Are they just trying to do a good job? Are they trying to cut costs? Are they trying to make more money? You know, what is it your boss actually needs from you and your team? So that creates ideas. Think about the team. What does the team need? Perhaps new processes, new ways of doing things, new ways of communicating, using new technologies, communicating and, you know, creating new advancements. What does the business need? What do your clients need? Spend some time thinking about this, and then start to think, well, what have you got to offer? So also you need to start thinking about, yeah, what are my qualities? What are the things that I'm really good at? So for myself, yeah, presenting, coming up with ideas and new ways of doing things, which I'm often asked for, which is fortunate because that's how I get paid. But I'm not necessarily particularly good at writing long documents and proposals and things like that. So I'm more happy to go and lead conversations, lead meetings, do presentations. That's where my strengths are. So what have you got to offer? Perhaps you can be, in my case, yeah, I'll always put my hand up for a presentation or to facilitate a meeting, but not necessarily doing all the technical detailed bits behind the scenes. So know what you've got to offer, and that's quite important. So you can start to think about this in your one-to-ones and your appraisals with your PDRs with your manager. What are you good at? Think about ideas to make processes easier. But then, yeah, have that solution. Perhaps how we can sell more, how we can connect with our clients on a more regular basis. How can we save time? And always take that lead and make things happen. Yeah, I'd like to run that project. I'd like to get involved in that. I'd like to speak to them. And you slowly start to come away from the day-to-day tasks and processes and, yeah, get involved in new things. And it is a difference in mindset. Some of it's going to be a little bit into the unknown. But hey, if you don't put your hand up and get involved, you'll never know how to get involved with certain situations. So it is a bit of a comfort zone challenge. So understand what your boss needs, your team needs, the business needs, and your clients need. So I expect you're thinking, well, how am I going to find the time to do all of these things? Well, it's a nice subtle approach, and it's a great way of getting noticed and more appreciated across your team and your department and also the business. Start to offer to train others and coach others, mentor them, be a buddy. Put your hand up for getting involved in, sharing the knowledge and helping to develop people. And it's a great subtle way, as I say, of slowly starting to delegate some of your tasks. Some of the things that you don't really want to have to do. You've sort of done them. They used to be great in the past, but I want to move on to other new things. So you can start to free up the time so you can work on more exciting opportunities. So put your hand up for getting involved in training, coaching and developing others. And then you can then start to say, well, actually, now you can do that. I'd like to pass this over. And you'd be amazed at what you can get away with. Because if you don't try and you don't ask, you don't get. So you can help others to learn. So you can free up your time so you can take on these new opportunities and learn for yourself. You're teaching other people how to learn and develop, and it's creating opportunities for you to continue to learn and develop. And these are great concepts of future-proofing yourself. It's great to see that you're still with me, and for that reason, in the links below, we've got a great download on how you can manage your personal development. So we've done quite a lot. I've created some opportunities by the coaching. We found out more about the business. We're a person that's been proactive, understanding what's needed in the business, and making things happen. And I think it's always important that throughout our career that we talked about learning, we talked a bit about networking and things, but always be asking yourself, so what next? And I think this will be the difference in creating opportunities, because sometimes we can get so bogged down in our own processes, mundane work, tasks, that we've been doing for ages and no one's ever really questioned it. And start to think, what next? What else can I get involved in? How do I want to be perceived by my manager and other managers in the business? So, start to think about always asking, so what next? So what next? So create some reflection time in your one-to-ones and when you do your reviews with your manager or if you're managing others. Create those thinking time. Create those opportunities to sit and discuss with other colleagues who have a proactive mind like yours. And what else should we be doing? What next? And if you keep having that philosophy, it's amazing how many other opportunities come your way, because people will see you as that proactive person that makes things happen and is always looking to the future and is not stuck in the past. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please like the video. Any questions, get in contact. Always great to hear from you.